I'm opening the slide. Wait for a minute. Pawan, you reply in the chat box. This direct solar energy screen is visible to you or not? So I have seen the message, Kanishka Reddy. The date I have put in that one is the 28/9. Yesterday's date I have put. You're confused with that yesterday's date message. Yesterday's date also 10/3 hour I was having. Okay, it is not a problem. Okay, and just where any subject you are attending is more important. Those little confusions, mistake, it is not a problem. It is not an issue. Kanishka Reddy, is the slide is visible? See this one? Direct solar energy heating is visible. Put it in the chat box. Okay, thank you, Kanishka Reddy. Let us continue. Say some introduction to this solar energy. You see here the word direct solar energy they have used. Look at this. Direct solar energy they have used word. Why they use direct solar energy is the energy radiated in the form of light and heat energy reaches the Earth's surface in two forms. One is beam radiation and another one is diffused radiation. Diffused radiation is also called the scattered radiation. Beam radiation is also called the direct radiation. Scattered radiation or the diffused radiation, as the name says, it diffuses in the atmosphere enormously. Major portion will be wasted. We don't get that energy. But whereas the beam radiation or the direct energy, that is the solar energy, we on the Earth's surface, we are going to get it. Is this point is clear, Kanishka Reddy? You put it in the chat box. What did I say now about direct energy? Direct, you can put it in the chat box as clear like that. Or you can ask the doubt. Difference between direct energy and diffuse energy. Is it clear, Kanishka Reddy? Put it in the chat box. Okay, let us continue. Pawan. So, difference between direct solar energy and a diffused solar energy. Is the point is a clear difference? Put it in the chat box. Pawan. Pawan, are you present or not? What happened? Kanishka Reddy, are you not there? Okay. The next option goes to any who is attending online to put the message. Difference between direct energy and the diffuse radiation is clear or not? None of you are responding. Okay, Shiva Pawan, thank you. Fine. Shiva Pawan has responded. Good. Now, this is about this information is about this direct solar energy on the terrestrial. Terrestrial means on the Earth's surface, on this Earth. We get the energy. That energy is the direct energy, solar energy, and very little of diffused radiations. But extraterrestrial energy, where satellites are sent for revolving around the moon and Earth, those will get direct energy, diffused energy, everything those devices are going to get. Their solar photovoltaic cells are used. Several square kilometers plate, array of plate they use, that will get the energy. So therefore, the energy availability on the extraterrestrial surface will be abundant. Efficiency will be more. Whereas the same thing on the Earth's surface, it is very less, because here, just for warming up of the Earth's atmosphere, the small amount of temperature is necessary. So that is why the most of the energy, hot energy, which is harmful, it will be scattered, it will be diffused. Now let us look into this some statistics. The source of all solar energy is the sun, an average star by astronomical standards, located at an average distance of about 149.7 × 10⁶ kilometer, and with a mass of 1.99 × 10⁻30 kg. Since the sun is very nearly spherical, its area and volume may be calculated as 6.09 × 10⁻18 square meter, and the volume is 1.41 × 10⁻27 cubic meter respectively. It is an approximate calculation, okay, nearly, by considering its diameter as 1,390,000 kilometer. The surface of the sun emits radiation like a black body at an approximate temperature of 6,000 Kelvin or more. The temperature at the sun's interior is several millions of degrees. The sun releases a tremendous amount of energy through a process of slow fusion that results in the formation of helium and nucleus from two nuclei of deuterium. This is in order to estimate the energy released by the sun and compute the energy incident on the Earth. Experiments have been conducted with balloons, artificial Earth satellites, and other vehicles which carried instruments to the outer fringes of the Earth's atmosphere. These experiments have shown that the intensity of solar radiation outside the Earth's atmosphere varies between 1.9 and 2.05 calorie per square centimeter per minute. Now, there is one solar constant word is there. Look at this. This solar constant, they have calculated as like this 0.33 kilocalorie per square meter per second, or in British thermal unit 440. In SI units is 1.335 kilowatt per square meter per second. This is the solar constant. These most of the solar calculations we use this constant. What is the solar constant is? This solar constant is it is the intensity of the solar direct radiation falling on the Earth's surface when the sun is perpendicular to the place of Earth. That when it is perpendicular, the distance will be mean distance, minimum distance. So this is the intensity of solar energy on a unit area per unit time is the solar constant by considering distance between the Earth and the sun as the mean distance. This is about the solar constant. So this is 1 kilowatt per square meter, even in when in a clear sunshine is there, we get that value. Other points are not necessary. This will be this will be this your when I send this to your email ID, you can go through it. Other points are not necessary time being. Solar energy collectors. Various solar energy collectors are solar water heaters and air heaters, solar parabolic concentrators, and even trees, green vegetables, plants, trees on the Earth's surface. They capture this sun rays and light in the form of the light energy. By photosynthesis, it converts solar energy, light energy into this in the energy, vitamins form of the energy. When that is in chemical process, biologically with it yields the energy. That is a different way of calculating the energies. That is a nutritionist, biology, medical field. There, that energy calculation comes. Here in the engineering point of view, these direct conversion without the consideration of this photosynthesis. In all other forms, energy will be considered. For example, the coal, the formation of the coal, the formation of the petroleum products is by the solar energy only. But there, after the photosynthesis is over, when the plant is dead, when it is buried into Earth's surface, after some millions of years, we get that same tree in the form of coal and petroleum products and various by mechanisms. Some mechanisms it happens. That mechanisms is not the subject matter of our engineering now. Okay. So this is about the solar energy collectors. These solar energy in the parabolic concentrator where it will focus, and in the liquid flat plate collector type, it is non-focusing type. Directly on flat surface energy is formed. Based on that one, the solar energy collectors are classified. This is about that one. Now let me show you other things. Other slide I'm opening. Okay. I hope the screen is visible. Okay. Now look at this. Classification of methods for solar energy utilization. Solar energy utilization is classified into a method of utilization. It is classification. direct method and indirect method. In the direct methods, thermal and photovoltaic, these are the two direct methods. And in the indirect methods, it is water power, wind energy, biomass energy, wave energy, ocean temperature differences. It is OTEC, ocean thermal energy conversion. OTEC. That here they were giving as they had given as ocean temperature difference. It is OTEC, ocean thermal energy conversion. Okay. Okay. Now let me ask you one for interesting thing. Look at this. I will be drawing. Solar energy and water power. What does it mean? What is water power? Is the question. I will put it in the chat box. You, all of you, any can give the answer for this. Try this one. Is what do you mean by water power? What is the relation between water power and sun? Kanishka Reddy, Pavan, you put it in the chat box. Anybody? Whatever you know, just to put it in 3-4 words. Roshan?
Yes, sir.
Attempt this question. The classification of solar energy methods. That slide you have seen, no? Roshan?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You answer this question. First is, what do you mean by water power? Anyway, all the students interact for this question. Quickly, what do you mean by water power? Some words you type and put it in the chat box. Neerab, Nembang, Neerab, Nembang. Attempt it. Ankesh Aman, attempt. Gautam Krishna. Neerab Nembang. Shivapavan, attempt that question. Put some answer. Okay, Shivapavan, good. A power derived by weight or motion of water. Okay, that's a good, correct answer. Very right answer you are given. Motion of water. Now I will come to this. Put it. See in the chat box. Motion of water you have typed. Okay, Roshan Adam. After heating water through natural mode, that is sun, we can use it directly. It can help in steam generation. Yeah, Roshan, you also given answer for this. Now, motion of water. One of the source of energy is flow of river water. One of the source of energy is flow of river water. Next. That is hydraulic power plant. That is using by hydraulic power plant. Okay. Now I will come to okay. Roshan, you have used the good words you have used. Shopan also given a right answer, very engineering answer. After heating, look, after heating water you have used sun. Okay, that is good. Then steam generation, you are used steam generation. Thermal power plant. I will come back to some analogy, some relation analogy I would bring to your knowledge, which is a great importance for both Shivapavan and Roshan's answer, which I intended to explain. Fortunately, from students, it has come in the right words. Let me go for that one. Okay. So one of the source of energy is flow of river water, and when the flow of river water is having a kinetic energy, and when the dam is constructed, the kinetic energy is converted into potential energy is converted into kinetic energy is converted into mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy. This is what the hydraulic power plant. This you know, you all learned. Next question is what is the relation between the water power and the sun? That is the point. In that, answer is there in the Roshan Yadav. Now let me use some other PPT to look at this. So this is a hydrological cycle diagram. Roshan, is this, I will minimize. This hydrological cycle PPT has appeared. You put it in the chat box, Roshan, or anybody?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Then I will explain that. This is the hydrological cycle or the water cycle. You know about this water cycle or hydrological cycle. All these things you know. Sun is there. It is emitting the light energy and the heat energy. And here the ocean is there. A river, lake is there. A runoff is the river. Uh, and this evaporates. This water evaporation. Look at the word evaporation. And again it rises. After rising, it is precipitating. Look at this word, precipitation. Rain occurs. It means the evaporation and condensation is taking place here by the solar energy. Got it, Roshan? Nirav?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, I will write some other thing that you see that one. Now, I'm clearing this one, then I'm going to write it. Roshan? Roshan.
Yes, sir.
Our paint have opened. Is it paint is visible to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you can understand this is simple. Sun have written, it is emitting the energy. Okay. Next is What I have written, Roshan? Please reply quickly.
So, boiler, turbine, pumps.
Yeah, very good. You remember. Condenser it is. Pump. This is a thermal power plant, steam power plant. This is Rankine cycle. This is Rankine cycle. Got it? You recalled, Roshan?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Now look at this. This hydrological cycle. This is left is water cycle, hydrological cycle. Here the sun is there. Here boiler is there. Analogy, comparison, bringing like a sun to this earth. Water cycle, hydrological cycle. For the Rankine cycle, boiler is similar to sun, and the water is converted into steam or the vapor. It falls in the turbine, and the turbine afterwards it is in the turbine. What happens? Steam is converted into water. In the cloud, evaporated cloud is being converting into rain. Some mechanism is happening. That mechanism, let me, in the mythology, they did not use the word boiler, turbine. They have used the word Varuna Deva. What is Varuna Deva, Roshan? God.
So I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know, sir.
Surya Deva means who? Surya Deva means who?
The sun.
So this one, Vayu. Vayu Deva
Air.
means air. Varuna means
No idea, sir.
water god. Like air, Vayu, and then Agni for the sun, and for the like that Indra, like that Varuna Deva is for this water. Like that here these falling the steam on the turbine, that mechanism Varuna Deva. Let me use some phenomena. Let us call that one. That Varuna Deva phenomena, evaporated water vapor in the form of the vapor is converting into through clouds. After the temperature dropping, it is converted into water. When the steam falls on the steam turbine, the temperature drops, steam is converted into water, and then condensation it takes place. So after this condensation, which is nothing but a rain, precipitation, then that has to be pumped to the boiler once again, or through potential difference in the water hydrological cycle from a large elevation to the down through river, lake, ocean. It is sent to the ocean. It is pumped or it is sent to the ocean. How we are sending natural gravity difference, it is flowing, whereas in the Rankine cycle, by using a pump, the water is sent to the boiler, pressure is increased. Once again in the boiler, in the furnace, coal, petroleum products, natural gas, uranium fuel, whatever it may be, that is burned, and heat is generally given to the water. That water is converted into steam. Thus, the water, I will call this water cycle is a big Rankine cycle. So Roshan, I read this one. Left hand side, I have written something.
This water cycle is a big Rankine cycle.
Yeah, into the bracket.
So TPP.
It is like a thermal power plant. So such a wonderful analogy is there, no? In the nature itself, Rankine cycle is a working place. And this Rankine cycle, it is very small when compared to the water cycle. I will write it. I will erase and I will write it. Okay. Water cycle is far greater than Rankine cycle. In the rectangle I have written, you read it. Water cycle.
Water cycle is greater than Rankine cycle.
Far.
Yes, sir.
Far greater than Rankine cycle. Such a enormous energy the sun is giving. This water is being evaporated and it is condensed back. And this once again we are using in a hydrological cycle. There's a water turbine, hydraulic dam. See, it means everywhere there is a relation is there between a Rankine cycle, thermal power plant, hydraulic power plant, and the sun, etc. So totally we can say sun is the most important entity of the body. That is a star where energy is derived as far as the present knowledge. Beyond that, we don't know. Okay. This is what the philosophical significance. I hope everybody have understood about these things. Is it clear? These phenomena, natural phenomena, nature, and this Rankine cycle, Roshan and others.
Yes, sir.
Is it interesting to know this one?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, now it's the time running out. Anybody would like to speak on this, comment on this one? You can, if you want to discuss about this, you can discuss. If nothing is there, then if you have put your USN number once, USN number in the chat box, you can leave it. You can, the class ends, you can leave. If anybody interested, you can discuss. Otherwise, you can leave. Is it okay, Roshan? Thanks, Pawan and others.
Thank you, sir.
Shiva, Pawan, Rakesh, Kanishka Reddy. Okay, thanks. So no question has come in the chat box. Okay, you can leave.